take us through your tool tube. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, so the tool tube on these are very, very little.
So where does the actual original one
The original
sit?
one,
Just under the
the original one
right?
starts about here. And it's
Okay.
only it's as big as the. I've got the original tool kit.
Oh, so you don't see it.
You don't actually
Yeah.
see it once it's in OEM spec. So
Yeah. All right.
so this is just some 80mm PVC. It's got a glued on PVC cap on the back. I've used the original mounts from the original tool tube with some pipe brackets. You can't really see, but that bracket there, I've tapped a hole in the bottom of my pannier rack.
Oh, okay.
There's another rack there.
Yeah.
And these zip ties are when it's in motard spec, just because all this rack goes away, and I leave the tool tube on. The reason I've gone, and look, I do a lot of solo riding, so I don't have a lot of people that ride with me to rely on. Yeah, that's, you know what I mean.
Stuff,
so, and everything in this, like when I work on the bike at home, everything that I work on comes out of this toolkit.
Really? Okay, that's awesome.
Because if I can't do it at home with the tools, I'm not going to do it out in the paddock.
Yeah.
You know? The only extra thing I do carry is my Leatherman, but I mean, who doesn't carry Leatherman? It's a very versatile.
So all your tools are in there, right? That on
Everything.
the top you got 2 tire irons, like you were
Two
saying
small
before,
tire
and the
irons,
tube,
and I run a 21 tube. So
that's your spare, right? So you can put it in the rear.
So I can put it in the rear if I need to. And it's a standard size tube But anyway, so in the toolkit I've got, so that's just a PVC drain plug.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So I've got the tyre pressure gauge. I've got a larger tyre iron. It's got the bead breaker in here as well, which with the 17-inch tyres is extremely helpful. I've got all my tools in here. So that's spanners,
sockets,
screwdrivers, sockets, spark plug.
Yeah.
I've gone away and I use these as screwdrivers.
Yep. So you can put them on
the original.
Yeah. Okay.
In the original kit. I don't know whether you can see that, but I've actually made I've got some spare zip ties here and some fuses, so that's kind of a little electrical kit. And then I have a pair of vice grips, a wide opening shifting spanner, axle spanners as well, and that's it.
Right. Okay.
And that's how I bring everything out.
And you made that, right? That didn't come with you?
Yeah, no, that's not standard. That's no, I did notice that once you fill it up, the air, I had to drill some air holes.
You couldn't push it in anymore.
I couldn't push it in or pull it out. It was actually stuck in there. So, but look, I can, every spanner that's on, every nut and bolt on this bike, I can attack with that and my Leatherman. So, I mean, getting it back in sometimes is a bit tricky, but I mean, once it's there, it's there. And again, I haven't had to use it for my bike. Yeah. In the bush, I've had to use it for other bikes.
Yeah, that's the one.
But not mine. So.
Yeah, I have that same. I suppose I have a storage issue on mine where I'm running the original tool holder on the side, but my tube, like the front bag you have on yours, I have tools in there instead of a tube. So I'll just have the tube in one of my bags somewhere. But that's a good size, right? You can fit everything in the one.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to have that as well and just run the tube on the front. But right now I have to carry all my tools in 2 separate locations. But it's also handy for me as well as if I'm going on my 300 Enduro riding, I can take that tool bag off the bike and just throw it somewhere in my backpack. All the tools on the side of my WR specific for the WR. But right, let's see you put them all back in there, right?
Righto.
This is the test.
This is the Tetris test. It all has I just got to hold my tongue correctly.
Yeah, I like the cable tie that just hangs out there as well.
I forgot one cable tie, but I'll just push that in. And that goes back in there. That all just pushes in. Do it up, she's done.
Perfect.
Finished.
So, I mean, that's awesome that you have everything in there, like you've said, and I suppose you can't reiterate enough, is if you can use all the tools on your bike to do servicing or any maintenance and fix any issues, then that's a good way of knowing what you should bring, right?
Yeah.
If you can't do simple maintenance on your bike with the toolkit you have, then you're missing something. But I suppose I don't want to come across as a bit of an arsehole or arrogant or anything like that, but I don't like that guy, and I would not want to be that guy that goes on the trip and has nothing, right? Yeah. And expects everybody else to have everything for them, right? I mean, it's just not fair on others as well, especially if it's finite things. And once they've used it on your bike, they don't have anything for their bike anymore, right? So fair enough, there's some things not everybody have. Not everybody's going to have a 12-volt compressor under their seat ready to, you know, some guys going to have a hand pump, but that's fine if you don't have. But if you go and you just have nothing and you're completely unprepared, your bike's completely unmaintained.
Maintain is the main thing.
That's just, it's not fun for everybody else. If you go riding yourself, fine, do what you want. But for me, that's definitely one of the things that annoys me.
And I'll agree 100% there. Like, I'm a big believer of helping anyone where I can, with anything that I have. But when it's you're always helping somebody with your stuff. You go, see you later, buddy. I'm out. Like, I'm not doing it. So
you may find people will stop riding with you and inviting you. I mean, it's just, that's the sad truth. But I say, I don't like it, but I do a lot of riding by myself because I have my own style. I have my own. I'm prepared. I'll just hop on and go for a ride. That's right.
So I need to be prepared. Like, if I was going for a ride with a bunch of other people with DR650s, well, they'll have toolkits as well, you know. So but definitely, like, we talk a lot about that high country ride. Like, I was 100% prepared for anything.
If anything went
knowing that I was going to be, well, there was other DRs, but I was I prepared to be myself, you know. So,
and I think when you first get into adventure riding, that's something that's often overlooked, is you throw your money at mods for your bikes. And I mean, I'm guilty of that. When I first started out, my mate and I would literally get a socket set, shove it somewhere, and one big shifter, and we'd be like, all right, that's all good. We never even brought a tire changing kit or anything, right? And you know, that one time you need it and you don't have it, it'll bite you, and that when it bites you, you'll start thinking, maybe I should start carrying my own stuff.
I have been bitten, yes, guilty, as you say, because it's that number one flat blade screwdriver that you need to get underneath your carby to take it apart. And again, the carby motor, you're not going to do it with a fuel injected bike, but maybe if this was fuel injected and it had a bit more technology, you wouldn't need all this stuff. But
you need it.
But I can pull everything apart. I can rebuild it all. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared.